on, guys? Welcome back to Talking About Baseball. Today, I am back, fourth upload in a row of daily uploads. Today we're going to be talking about Brandon Nimmo and that he is the definition of karma. You'll see why in a second if you didn't already know about it. Also, I just want to mention, and you'll see this right up here, only I think like 95% of you are not subscribed and only 5% of you are. So if you do enjoy what you're watching, hit that subscribe button. But anyway, let's get into it. So, on Thursday the 16th of March, which was like a month ago, the Dominican Republic faced off against Puerto Rico. Dominican Republic was most likely going to win this game. I had them winning this game. I had them going all the way and winning. Puerto Rico I had being eliminated and not making out of their bracket, which didn't end up happening. So the Dominican was once again highly regarded as one of the best teams, if not the best in the entire thing. And Puerto Rico won though. But their closer, Edwin Diaz, celebrated a ton after they won, as it was a huge win over the Dominican Republic, and he ended up getting injured during celebrating after he closed it out for his country. He did not get injured while he was pitching, he got injured while he was celebrating. Now, this, a lot of people got angry at this, but this has happened before. Kendrys Morales jumping on home plate for the Angels. There's been other times that players have gotten injured during celebration, and they're celebrating for their country. I think that's okay. He was taken off the field in a wheelchair, and the next day it was revealed that Diaz tore his patellar and would most likely miss the rest of the season. Now the Mets took this very seriously. They gave him a personal chef and said they would do the best they could to get him back on the field as soon as possible. This is amazing, first of all, for Mets fans. Steve Cohen is taking out his personal money to get Edwin Diaz back to the field as fast as possible. As fast as possible. They're not just okay, you go live your life with your torn patellar, be back as soon as you can. They have a nutritionist, a chef. They have everything at his house that he needs to get back as soon as he actually can. There's no way he could be back any sooner than without what he currently has. But anyway, the very next day, Brandon Nimmo said he doesn't want to play in the World Baseball Classic, and he was asked to play in it, and he said that he didn't want to because he risked injury meaninglessly. That is the words he said. He called it meaninglessly, I'm pretty sure. After Nimmo said this, a large amount of people reacted by saying the World Baseball Classic was not pointless, and I think a lot of people stand by that because you're representing your country, and what are you doing in spring training? Representing your team? And this is actually backed up even more because the same day that Diaz got injured, there was actually a video taken, not knowing that this was even going to happen. In this video, they interviewed 6 players on the Dominican Republic side. These players were Ketel Marte, Nelson Cruz, Jeimer Candelario, Teoscar Hernandez, Manny Machado, and Robinson Cano. Every single one of these players, except for Cano, said they would rather win a World Baseball Classic than a World Series. A World Baseball Classic, it only happens every 4 years, and they said they would rather represent their country for free than represent their team for money, which makes sense because it raises a lot of stuff for the country. Even though it raises stuff for the team, that doesn't really help them personally. I mean, it kind of does, but not as much as it would as winning the World Baseball Classic for your country. Now, Cano, the only guy who didn't say he would rather win a World Baseball Classic than a World Series, he said he was even on both of them. So, interviewing 6 players in the World Baseball Classic, 5 of them said they would rather win the World Baseball Classic than the World Series, and the other one said it was in the middle. So, meaning spring training is already pointless, and the World Baseball Classic is more valuable than the World Series. So now here's where the karma part comes into play. And this is the topping on the cake. Also, sorry today's video is a little bit shorter. But Nimmo was not playing in the World Baseball Classic, but that doesn't mean he's not playing in spring training. He's still playing in spring training, even if he's not playing in the World Baseball Classic. So, and according to Nimmo, the World Baseball Classic is meaningless, but spring training isn't. What does spring training do for you? Also, it has been shown more recently that players who were in the World Baseball Classic have been performing much better. I mean, Yoan Moncada, Luis Robert, they're off to crazy starts after playing in the World Baseball Classic. Adam Wainwright had a great opening day national anthem, I'm sure. The World Baseball Classic helped him with that. And Brandon Nimmo, the very next day, after he called the World Baseball Classic pretty much meaningless, he slides into a base. And he's a little bit slow getting up. And it turns out, in a meaningless game in spring training, that you know how much that helped him? Nada. Didn't matter. Do you think that Japan cared as much? Do you think that Shohei Ohtani cared as much about spring training than the World Baseball Classic? Do you think Shohei Ohtani, when he has such a great start, celebrates like this?
Strikes out swinging!
During spring training? No, he doesn't. Because the World Baseball Classic means so much more. That is why Brandon Nimmo got instant karma. And that is the end of this video. Like I said at the beginning, subscriber numbers are a bit down, although that's always okay. Remember, there's a stat right there. Like, sub, share. I don't know what I'm actually going to put there. Subscribe to me on Patreon. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye.